Well, hello. So I know it's the end of summer, but I thought I would give you a few signs, and you can go back to my other videos and you can check out any kind of summer signs that I maybe have missed this time. But I was thinking about it's the end of summer, right? But it's really hot, and it's more hot than usual in some of the states. So, I thought I would kind of like, not really discuss, but to tell you some signs that would be helpful on that. So, yes, hot. If it's a C hand shape, it's right here at the corner of your mouth and it goes out, and you can even do outside, right? Outside. Yes, I know that sun. So sometimes I have said like that sun, it just comes down and it penetrates into my skin. So I've done that many times talking with my friends. And you say, oh, you have to be careful. Make sure you don't get too hot. Make sure you drink water a lot, right? A lot of water. Water, drink a lot. So you have time, topic, comment. So your topic is your water and you want people to drink a lot of it. So do that. And you can say, well, they go, well, I don't like water. Can I have tea or Coke or coffee or whatever that has water in it? But they say that water is the best. And if you want to add like, those little like 1 or 2 drops or those flavorings without sugar, it's a drop. You can do that. And those uh, electrolytes electrolytes, you can have that. I have that little bottle that you just squeeze. My husband was like, and he goes, and I go, no, you just do like a drop or two and to add into the water. So that helps with the heat. You can also make sure you have your sun screen, your sun protection. This is, you can have defense or protection. This is also the same thing. So it's like, ooh, so you could have sun protection or sunscreen. Make sure you have a hat on. If you're working outside, have long sleeves and a hat that kind of goes over, one of those big floppy hats that goes over to protect your skin. And we did like the dog days of summer. So that's how you would do it, literally, right? The dog's day of summer. And that means it's really hot and people are lazy. And the saying started before we had air conditioning. So they would sit outside on the porch. It had a roof on it, but it was still really hot. They'd fan themselves, and it was, even the animals, the dogs, they didn't want to run around because it was so hot. So it's the dog days of summer. So it's the worst heat of the time where you're lazy and you don't want to do anything because it's so hot. So also, to keep cool, you can go swimming. But like in some areas, because we've had a drought, this is dry, summer drought. This is dry. So a drought. And if you want to spell it, you can. You can say, oh, it's been so dry, no rain. And so you can't use a lot of water. Can't have the pools or like the sprinklers. I like the sound effects, right? Or the right, a sprinkler. You can't water your yard. You can't because there's a ban. This is illegal, but this is like a ban or something forbidden. Like in Germany, they have verboten. It's forbidden or illegal. So banned. There's a ban. There's a ban on water usage. So that's one consideration that they have. And yes, we've had water where there's been flooding, but it's not raining consistently. It'll like rain and rain because like a storm will pop up and just deluge, right? A deluge of water. So I know we're talking about all these terrible things about summertime. And then it's hurricane season on the south, where mostly will hit, and Mexico, all that kind of that southern area, a hurricane will hit. So you have to be careful and prepare. And I've done hurricane preparedness videos before, the things that you need, and mostly it's water, storage, and food. And if you need, like if you've had, before I have bought like dehydrated food, but you would need to add water, so you need more water to bring with you. MR, MREs, like the military uses, their meals ready to eat. They don't really need water to add to it. You can heat it up or cook it, but they're ready to eat. So you might want to consider, there's many companies for that. The dehydrated food, you would need to have more water storage other than to drink or to bathe. And you might want to, I bought those bath wipes, like for babies, but they have the bigger ones for adults or for camping. So you just might want to check out what people do for camping, and that would help with the hurricane preparedness. So also, you have to make sure that if you're outside a lot, that you don't have that heat stroke. Now, this is stroke like for your head, and this is a heart attack. So this is something to hit where it's attacking. So heart attack, stroke, a heat stroke. So be careful with that. Your skin, be careful. You have to cover. I know it's hot, but you need to kind of cover up your arms so you can prevent skin cancer. Cancer. You'll see cancer and some other, I think I've seen two other, and I can't remember what they are now. So those are the kind of realities about the summertime, and not all the fun things about summer. So practice with your friends and your family and have fun. See you later. Bye.